Many people believe that because of my written works and other projects that I have been involved with in the community, that I am seen as a success. But there are other times when I have been known as a failure. It's a term that really I feel is not a accurate term, but I understand why people would feel that way. And every time that you are involved in a task or you try to do something worthwhile and it doesn't work out right, you can't stop the outside world from assuming what they're going to assume about you as an individual, and that's okay. Many of you may have known that I have been in charge of a book expo for years in the community. And through many changes and situations that were out of my control or in my control, that I failed in reaching the expectations that I and several others wanted for the event. You may look at me on the outside and say, oh yeah, Charles was a failure. But I tend to look at it another way. I failed in the attempt. There's a big difference between the words failed and failure. Failed means you tried your best. You really put your best foot forward and things didn't work out. Failure is a perpetual term that people love to stick you with because you didn't succeed the way that in their expectations you thought you should succeed. Now, it's not easy going through life for several years believing other people's opinions of you, of your effort, all that. And yes, it is a term and a tag that will affect your confidence, your self-esteem, and in extreme cases, cause you to reconsider your existence. I would just say that we all fail in whatever task we do, whether it's at work, in school, our social lives, relationships. We all have failed. It doesn't mean that we are a failure. Every time I came up short, it always gave me an opportunity to do it better for the next time. And in some cases, I was satisfied with the effort I put out. And other times, I was not as satisfied as I should have been, but that's okay. I know that it gave me a chance to do a much better job the next time. Everyone looks at us, or they will look at a person like myself and assume that because I failed, that I'm always going to be a failure, that I'm always going to come up short. But other people's opinions of you should not matter. As long as you're putting in the work, as long as you're putting the effort, because there are things that are out of your control that if you are really working hard, you just know that it's not anything that you can control. It's just out of your control, and that's okay. I look at it like this. There are at least 8 billion people on this world. Half of that number is going to fail or have failed, but they're still here and they're still working hard to succeed for the next time. Being a failure in people's eyes doesn't mean that you can dust yourself off, try again, and become a success. How many times we've heard a story about an invention that didn't work right the first time, or a project that took time to get off the ground. And next thing you know, people are making multi-million dollars based on that invention or that project that they worked on. They didn't give up. They kept going no matter what. They were a failure in the outside world's eyes, but they only failed in their attempt. You can fail in any task. Well, it doesn't mean that you are a failure. It just means that you work hard, try again, and become a success. And that's really what it comes down to. And that's the lesson that I like to share with each and every one of you. That if you work on a task, whether it be work, school, your relationships, your social life, you are not a failure in your eyes. Maybe to the outside world, and that's okay if you can't control that. You really can't control that, what people think of you. But if you continue to work hard and put in the effort, put in the work, and never give up in what you're doing, if what you feel is right, and you continue to do that, then you can never be a failure, even though you may fail in that attempt. So I'd like to leave you with that. Each and every one of you watching this, please continue to work hard at whatever project or task that you're doing, and just know, one day, people will substitute that word failure, and they will call you a success. And that's a word and a term we all would like to hear all day, every day. I just want to thank you for watching this. I hope what I said has helped you. Please visit the link down below in the description box. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe if you like to hear more positive words or positive sayings, whatever I have on my mind. So, I wish each and every one of you a good day, a good week, a good evening, whatever you're watching this video. And always in closing, take care.